Alright, so welcome back to the channel, everybody, and here we are in the light of day. It's been a couple of days since I bought my Yamaha R6, and I wanted to give you a quick walk around the bike and show you the condition that she's in before I start pulling it apart and the restoration begins. So this is basically almost exactly as I purchased her a few days ago. The only thing I have added to the bike is a new battery so I can start her up, and a pair of brand new spool sliders. So I just did a little video on installing the spool sliders and putting together this paddock stand. So that's going to be coming up. Review of the paddock stand, but here we go. Here she is, a 2013 Yamaha R6. It was privately sold through Craigslist here in the United States, and I got it for what I think is hopefully a very good price. The story behind the bike is that it was owned by a young, inexperienced rider who purchased it from new in 2013, rode it for 4 years, put 16,000 miles on the bike, babied the bike, regular servicing, no track days, nothing crazy, and then had an accident on the bike, low-sided on the right side here in 2017, got completely freaked out by the accident, and sold the bike to his uncle, and his uncle has kept this motorcycle in his garage for the last 6 years unused. He never got his motorcycle license, and he never learned to ride it and never fixed it up, so he just decided it wasn't going to happen. He wanted to get rid of the bike. Before we go any further, let's talk about the damage on the right side. It was a low right side. You can see we've got some fairing damage here. Front end absolutely fine. I've checked the forks, they're absolutely fine, no damage to the forks. The right side of the fairing here is damaged. Frame sliders took the bulk of it. As you can see, they are worn, well worn down, and they took a big hit. They did their job, protected the engine and the frame of the bike. So more damage here on the frame. So the right side of the fairing needs to be replaced. The tank took a scrape but was not punctured. Bar ends took a little bit of a minor scrape, and the ends of the front brake took a hit there. A little bit, a few scratches on the mirrors there. The peg survived. Rear brake lever survived. This is a Two Brothers exhaust system. It's a complete stainless steel exhaust system that goes all the way through to the headers, which is really nice. That's like a $1,500 exhaust system. It's not just a bolt-on. But the back end of the exhaust there, you can see that's got some damage, so we need to fix that. The tires are absolutely destroyed. Not destroyed from wear, just destroyed from age. So the cracking, these have just dried out, cracked. These are not something that I would even consider going on the road on. They're holding air, but look at that. If these tires were a horse, they would need to be taken out and shot. If your tires look like this, please, please, please do not ride your motorcycle with tires like this. Walking around to the front and looking at the front tire, exactly the same situation. Very, very, very cracked and split in the grooves here. Not safe to ride on. Brake discs and brake pads look fine. They have everything on the bike looks absolutely stock to me. I was told that it has Racetech Gold valves in the front suspension and the rear. I don't know until I get into it if we'll see that. Bike is 2012, first sold and registered in 2013. So it's listed as a 2013, but made in 2012. So there we go on that one. Tank fairing, nasty, that's got to go. Front of this, not particularly nice. Moving to the left side is good. All the fairing on the left side is good. Broken peg here, so the front left side peg is damaged. That needs to be replaced. We're missing a piece of the upper side fairing here. That needs to be replaced. Grips are pretty worn out. Those need to be replaced. Clutch lever is good. Nice short adjustable clutch levers. They look pretty decent. Back end of the fairing here destroyed. That's going to have to be gone. The rear cowl looks good. So the single seat cowl with a single rear cowl here is nice. This can be reused. Swing arm looks fine. Shocks look absolutely fine. The chain destroyed. Cannot use this train. The O-rings in the chain are just coming out or have already fallen out. So this chain needs to be gone. Rear sprocket, I would say, is at the end of its life expectancy. It's usable. It hasn't worn out too much, but I think new rear sprocket, new front sprocket, new chain necessary. And that's pretty much it. Underside of the fairing, tail tidy is good. It's going to need a new underside area here. The electrics work, brake lights work, tail lights work, blinkers work. Seat's in good shape. That looks like it's actually a new seat. The only thing I did was added a new battery so that I can actually start the bike. So this is a brand new battery that I just put in. So it's time to see if she will start up. And how big a can of worms this is going to be is going to be dependent on if the bike will start. Now, I've not changed the fluids in this. This has got original fluids. The level is good. It does have oil. It's very dark. I'm not going to put any stress or strain on the engine. I just want to see if she will start and turn over. That way I can warm up the engine and we can do a complete fluid change on the bike and go through the bike and make sure that whatever it needs it gets. So here we go. First time starting. Wrong key. Ignition in. Well, everything came on. 16,557 miles. I have to put the bike into neutral. Clutch in. There we go. Green light came on for neutral. That's a good sign. Start position on. And here we go. All right. Well, there's no clouds of black smoke coming out of the exhaust. And she started first time with a new battery. So that's a good sign. I am going to turn the microphone around because it's pointing at me. I'm going to give it a little bit of